I start recording this, I should probably give some background into why I'm doing this video this way. Because for the last few years I've been doing it a daytime walkthrough, commentated, so you can kind of get a better, clearer view of what the haunt is. Couldn't really do that this year. It was open for most of the time, and I couldn't really record it on Halloween like I've been doing the past few years, or on November 1st, because, we were open, and November 1st, I went to the emergency room, so I couldn't really record then, and, it's all taken down now, so it's a bit too late, but let's just start the commentary. So, starting in the graveyard area here, last year it was the light show. This year we just put a kaleidoscope light there. Here you can see the hearse, and there's the Reaper right there holding the sign with the rules on it. This is the theater. We did this last year, but it wasn't a walkthrough. This is our first walkthrough. So here's the lobby. This is the first room you go through. So there's the concession stand. You might recognize that sign there. That's from last year. It was on the ticket booth last year. And from here, there's the theater. That right there, that's some old-timey spook show trailers being projected onto a sheet. And from there, you enter through the screen into the lab. That hand there on the table, that gets them every time. It was the only jump scare prop in there. And here's Dr. Shivers, standing in front of a bunch of limbs hanging on the wall, blood. Very gruesome, fun sight. Here's our monster spirit balls and the skull from Lowe's. So from there you enter the hallway of famous movie monsters, the hallway of horror, So there's Pinhead there. He works well. It's great. Jack Skellington, Ghostface. He doesn't turn, but maybe that's a good thing, so he's not hitting people while they're walking by. And we also got Hannibal this year. He didn't move at all, but he was turned on. He can speak. Michael works really well. His body shell is all shattered. We turned off Jason this year. He was acting a little weird. And from there, you enter the black light room. Last year, we did a dungeon. This year, I kind of just wanted to do, stuff glowing, spinning, disorienting, kind of blackout section. I thought it would be neat, just like we did the first year we did it. And that's the same theater marquee from last year. It's just set up a little bit differently. And from there, there's the houses. So last year we had a drinking skeleton in there. This year we have just cheap TV playing big screen TV, volume 1. And there's our spider house. Last year it had a pitched roof. We didn't do that this year. It'd be hard to do again. And we did pretty good on the lighting this year, I think, but this is the one thing we should have put a light in, the witch's hut. Can't really see it well in the video, even though it's brightened up. Here's another thing we did this year, the zombie opening the door. This is pretty cool. We made that zombie holding the candy bowl, and that door opening, it's just the spirit door opening mechanism. And these videos were recorded pretty early on, so we got a jumping cat later in the year that was in between the zombie opening the door and the witch's hut. So from there, here's the castle. This is a big project this year. You can see little skelly bones. We got him last year on sale. He's pretty nice. Love little skelly bones. This is our big keep out sign we got from a prop warehouse. And there's our castle wall. That was all foam bricks glued onto wood. And there's our pumpkin. That's my favorite pumpkin that's glowing on top there. I think I got a good shot of it in this video, but we had a strobe light pointed at our big creature reacher werewolf prop. You can't really see it here, but it's behind that wall. There's our flaming scarecrow. He's pretty great. Gets him every time. And behind him is our skull wall. We had problems with earwigs on that thing. It turns out the solution is polyacrylic satin finish, I think. That's what it was. Some kind of varnish. There's our root of evil. It's great. Lasted the whole year just doing that. And possessed pumpkin, of course. Never really went off unless you kicked him. So that's our dungeon wall from last year. We modified it this year because we didn't want people to walk inside. So we cut a window for people to peep in. We didn't want people to get all packed in there and, get COVID. So it's this year designed for just peeking in. You can see the count. I specifically made a sign telling people not to come in. And I put a corpse on the ground to hopefully deter some people from trying to get in there. But people still kind of walked in. I don't know why. There's a corpse on the ground. Usually you don't walk into places with bloody corpses on the ground, but geez, man, I don't get people. And here's our skull wall. This was made with paper mache. There's a fog tube shooting fog out of it. It's pretty neat. The skulls are made out of milk jugs melted onto a resin skull, and there was a big problem with earwigs, which we eventually solved with painting on some varnish, polyacrylic satin finish. We used it on the zombie as well, and it worked really well. And we had no problems until right about now. The earwigs waited respectfully to make a little hole.